There we go. What's going on, folks? Happy Saturday to you all. Happy evening for those that are overseas. For those that are in the U.S., good afternoon. Absolutely excited about the season that we're in as a company, as an organization. I hope you guys are living in a great season today. This webinar is meant for those who are IBOs and Imarketslive that your goal is to go chairman, right? And I always say it's always fun to go fast. You know, they say fast is fun, slow sucks, but it's okay. The goal is just keep on going. So my goal today is to show you a way that you can go chairman 10 in the next 90 days. And I say it that way because we were able to do that when we came inside this company, folks. And I'm grateful that we are in the right place at the right time with the right company. And I'll talk about those waves and those phases when it comes to network marketing. But when me and my wife, when we came into this company when it was a time for us, when we had to make a transition. I never, network marketing, I'll tell you this, I didn't want to have to go do this twice, right? You go into a company, you build it, you put a lot of customers in for whatever you're doing. So I don't know if you've done network marketing before, and then now you're in Imarketslive and trying to figure out this product. We came from a company where we're used to selling a service, selling a product for a membership base. And we had built up to the top level in that company. And, had a blast, of course, but then some things happened. We just had to make that transition. And I'll talk, I never, ever thought I was going to have to do this twice. But one thing I recognize is that, battle tested is what I'll say. I believe that our system is now battle tested, and it works because we've done it twice. And it's the same system I used previously before that I came and applied here. So when we came over, I understood that I must compress time, because that is the power of network marketing. If you can compress time, the speed of the leader is the speed of the pack. Remember that. If you can remember that term, the speed of the leader is the speed of the pack. So you determine how fast your team develops and builds today. You set the records, you set what's possible. And of course, in network marketing, there are no limits. And I'm going to show you that in this company, how today you can be dead broke today, and before you know it, in the next 90 days, you're making $10,000 a month because of this company and the compensation plan and its aggressiveness. So, when I got involved in this industry, I had no experience in network marketing. Listen to me. I've never really sold to someone in the network marketing industry. I did some real estate, and of course, most of you know, I was a C-130 pilot in the Air Force. I spent 14 and a half years, ended up getting sick, had to medically retire out in 2013, and that's when I was introduced, when I was retiring out, I got introduced to network marketing. And the only thing that I focused on is I looked at the income disclosure statement that this company had, and I remember going to the far end of it at the bottom, and it said, you could make $1 million a year. And I turned and looked at my life, and I realized, hey, I had been serving for 14 and a half years in the Air Force, progressively, of course, moving up in rank, moving up in income, but the income was minimal. There was a time in the Air Force I was making $1,500 a month as a young airman, still risking my life. And as I developed and I became an officer, started being a pilot, as a captain, I was making, I'll say on average, 60,000, maybe 80,000. And depending on how much I deployed, maybe touch 90,000 a year as a C-130 pilot. So when I came over and seen that you can make $1 million a year, in this industry, and at that time, it was dealing with travel. And I'm like, okay. I want to make $1 million a month. I want to make $1 million a year. That was my first goal in network marketing. And really what made it believable for me, because I started seeing these testimonies of people who had done it, right? They had made $1 million. They were making $1 million a year plus. And I looked at them, I said, they look like me, sound like me. There's nothing special about them, so I can do it too. And so I hope that, on this webinar, that you have a Me Too moment. There's no different between me or you right now, except I made a decision and I applied what you're about to hear today. And if you can apply the same thing, same attitude with the work ethic, I can pretty much give you a high success rate that you will be a chairman. You will be a chairman if you follow what we're going to talk about today and you stay consistent with it. All right, so there's going to be some things I'm going to talk about. There's going to be some personal development stuff I'm going to talk about, some books I'm going to reference you to build you up, build your confidence up in this industry. And I'm telling you, I know that all 60 that are on this call right now, that you are already chairman. Why? Because you made, out of your time, you decided to hop on this webinar. So when me and my wife came into this industry, I looked at that income disclosure statement. I set my goal, and I said, I want to make $1 million in 1 year. That's my ultimate goal. And so I looked at the rank levels there, and I remember just being ignorant on fire. I didn't have to know everything, right? They said, okay, I just did exactly what the person who showed me, I did what they showed me. And so I took the same video they showed me and I started showing a gang of people without even anyone telling me a system, right? I didn't have anyone really to say, you need to do this, this, and this. That came a little bit later when my mentor came in my life. But at that time, I was ignorance on fire. I literally just did what the person who signed me up did. I did it to other people. And so what I'm telling you in that story is that whatever you have been doing today, that's what the next person is going to do if they are going to grow the business. So if you did something wrong or you didn't do it the right way, that's going to perpetuate in your business until you change it. So today I'm going to give you a straight system so that you're intentional about what you do from the day that you make contact with someone. That's when your business really starts. The day that you make first contact with your first customer, you have now started your system. And so today we're going to show you a way to take that system really and just really know exactly what you're doing. When I get this person in, they're doing A, B, and C, and then boom, we're off, and that's it. Put this thing on autopilot. And so in our last organization, I was ignorance on fire. I remember meeting my first mentor about a month and a half, 2 months into it. I hit my first big residual income level in that company without anybody in my market. Had a mentor show up, kind of just really, took me under the wing, and really his system is what I kind of adapted to. I remember getting thrown in front of the room. I did not want to speak in front of people. Last thing I wanted to do was not my expertise. Most people, if you see me in front of the room now, it may look like I'm just super comfortable. To just know that's experience of I've done presentations thousands of times that now I am unconsciously competent when I'm in front of the room. And so we're going to show you with development and constant consistency and habits that you can become unconsciously competent at a skill that's worth getting really good at. That's it. That's all that network marketing is. So we're going to teach you how to do that. And when you become unconsciously competent in this skill right here, there is no limits with your income. You're just going to change people's lives and your income is just going to continue to move no matter what you do. And so, in that company, we were able to hit the top level in that company in about 2.5 years. Unfortunately, we made our transition. So when I transitioned over, imagine this. When I first started, I didn't really know exactly what to do starting off. Okay. And I still hit a residual rank over there. And I'm going to talk about, what I took from that story, right? The compression of time is what happened for us. Compression of time is everything in network marketing. To now coming over to Imarketslive, in our first 90 days, I knew exactly what we were going to do. I knew exactly how I was going to launch my business. So people always ask, if you had to do it over again, what would you do? Well, I got that opportunity to do it over again. And what I will tell you, the first thing that I did is I compressed time. I understood I didn't have time to be wondering, who am I going to show this person, or if I'm going to show this person, I'm going to show this person. No, we went fast, right? I went through the list. I said, okay, this is the people that we're going through. Here are the people that I want to position. And so I identified people that I was going to personally work with, and then I beeline to get them to their next level, because when I got them to a level, then I achieved a level as well too. So we're going to talk about that system of how you identify leaders that you're going to work with. So we were fortunate enough when we came to Imarketslive that we were able to hit Chairman 10 in 60 days of being a part of this company. So in 60 days, we became six-figure earners in this company. Can you imagine that? That's what I'm saying, that everyone that is on here, if you take everything that we're going to talk about today, in 60 to 90 days, you going all in, not playing around, a straight decision, specific about it, you will be a chairman by the I Am event. I know that. And we're going to talk about how to be assertive and how to build that confidence to get to that level. Well, grateful that, we hit Chairman 10, 60 days. And then my goal is to hit Chairman 25, Chairman 50 within that first year. Some obstacles hit. Things are going to hit your business. But here's what I'll tell you. Nothing beats consistency. Nothing beats the will to fight. So with our will to fire and our consistency and what we were doing and being intentional about what we wanted, we elevated to the rank of Chairman 25 within a 16, 17-month period of being a part of this company, which means we make $25,000 minimum. I'm gonna be very transparent about income, because I want you to know that what you're doing is worth it. You're not following a yellow brick road when you get there. Oh, it's not really $10,000 a month. Oh, it's not really $25,000 a month. No, it's better. That's what I'm gonna tell you. So my income went from making on average in this company about $12,000 a month at Chairman 10, right, to making $30,000 a month. We just received our check last week. Now, Past results do not equal future results. If you do not have the same work ethic that I have, if you don't apply the same system in the right position, whatever, it may be different for you, right? We're going to talk about this. So there are no guarantees. You have to work. This is not going to be easy. But me and my wife, this weekly check is just powerful for us. It's the highest that we've done in this industry, and it's just getting started in Imarketslive. I'm just tell you that. But $7,600 in 1 week dropped in our account. No fluff. No have to get extra stuff. That's pure residual income. If I was to stop today and those checks, just the residual coming in, that would be it. So what I'm telling you folks, when we finish today, I want you to make a decision about what you really want and if this is for you. Some of you on here, this may not even be for you. You might not even want the work ethic. You might not want to put in the work to make $100,000 a year, to make $250,000 a year, to make $600,000 a year. This might not be your thing. But if it's a couple folks on here that say, you know what, Randy, I do want to go chairman 25, chairman 10, chairman 50, chairman 100, then I'm going to give you the blueprint today. That's the purpose of this call. So excited to say we're a chairman 25, a lot of successful leaders inside of our organization, that rank does not mean that we did that on our own. That rank is a team effort. That means people within our organization, they elevated as well too. And so we're going to talk about how do you develop and elevate other leaders. So let's just talk about the system and how this works. Why Imarketslive? First of all, Imarketslive, I believe, will be one of the largest network marketing companies. But just with the product, let's just talk about the trading. I know I'm going to focus heavy on building because that's what this is about. But I'm going to just take a quick moment about our product. Okay, our product, hands down, no one can beat it because it's not a derivative of anything. See, most people, they get involved with an opportunity, whether it be with travel or some type of supplement or, health, whatever it is a product included or some type of membership that people have to sell to make the money. Okay, that's network marketing. You have to sell to make the money. But what makes Imarketslive unique is that, my organization right now is 90% customer. Listen to me. My organization right now is 90% customer. 10%, only 10% are doing the business right now. That's it. And that's cool. So our product works to the extent that you don't have to sell it to make money. I just posed a question while I was on the beach in the Bahamas. I said, can anybody name one thing that you can do sitting on the beach without saying not one word, talking to one person, selling one thing, and you still make money? Give me one. I only knew one thing. I pushed the button on my phone in the industry called Forex. And I learned this education through Imarketslive. So folks, listen to me. When I say that we have the only product that's not a derivative of the opportunity. What I mean, a derivative is people get involved with opportunities and make money most of the time. Yeah, the product may be cool. They may say, I love this product. It's changing my life. But we know what the truth is for those that are getting involved in business. They want to make money. They have to sell whatever it is that they got involved with. With us, that every morning we get online with each other, or in the evening, 24 hours a day, we make money trading in Forex. Done. Product is good. So now we're just going to wrap the system around our product of making money. And I'm telling you, you don't have to have network marketing experience to become a top earner in this industry. That's what I'm telling you. You don't have to have experience in this industry to become in the top 100. You just got to have work ethic and be able to pass the word. Okay, so here's the topics we're going to go over. First things first, we are going to show you where your referral link is at. So if you're on here, you have no idea what is a referral link. This is how you sign other customers up. And I realized that most people didn't know what their referral link was. So we're going to talk about where your referral link is, right? Where your website link is, where the direct customer. So if you're brand new, I'm going to show you how to sign someone up, okay? Then the system. I'm going to talk about the system because the system is going to allow you to not confuse your team. So you can just filter people in, and it's simple. It flows without you. So when you go on vacation one day, you don't have to go out and you don't have to be on the phone all the time. You're on vacation. Everyone has the system. Boom, you get started. You go to this app here. You're set to go get through that part right there. You're in this group right here. Have a great day. Let's get this thing going. That's a good system. System means save yourself time, energy, and money, okay? Then we're gonna show you how to launch your business, because the only way I believe that you can get to chairman is if you launch, okay? Enrolling to waive your fees, enrolling a couple customers here and there, you won't get the chairman. To become a chairman, you must have a habit, be habitual, okay? You must be consistent, meaning you can't be inconsistent. You can't be 1 month, you're killing the game, and the next month, I take some time off. No, it has to be consistent, pounding the ground until you hit a level that you want. And then once you hit the level that you want, you can take a little pullback for a little bit, and then you hit the ground again to reach the next level. That's how launching your business looks. And we're going to talk about that. And hopefully that gives you a decision to say, do I want this or do I not? Okay, then we're going to talk about sponsor 15, help 3, and develop 10, right? 15, 3, and 10. We'll talk about that system. And then building through, really quick on building through. We'll talk about that's more high level as you become a leader in this organization. I believe most of our leaders, Platinum 2000 above, I say that you're purely in and you've kind of mastered, learning the system. And then we'll talk about the back office a little bit. So jumping right into it, brand new, you maybe don't know where your referral link is at. Here's my recommendation. I believe that confusion causes stagnation. Anytime that I am building my business or I'm building a system, I always think, what could possibly happen that will go wrong if I do this? So I see that first link there where it just says, imarketslive.com/ and my username. That link is just going to send them directly to my website. You can send them that. I don't send that, because here's when I looked at it, I said, what are the threats that can happen, right? What are the things that if the worst person gets on, they're like, where do I go? Well, the worst thing that can happen, they're going to sign up to become an IBO. I don't need them to sign up for an IBO. I want them to sign up as a customer. So instead of sending them directly to my website, I directly send them to my join page, where that sends them directly to the app. I don't even touch the top page. No need for it, okay? So directly to join page, that's going to get them directly to the customer app. So there is no mistakes about them enrolling as a customer. So I recommend that you only use your second referral link so that they go straight to the app and not your website. Because if they go to your website, then they're going to be looking at different things and then might push the wrong link, or they might not even go to your website. So you want to make sure that you are sending the right thing. So use your second link. So if you look to the left, it says my website if you're an IBO, okay? Now, if you're a customer, let your customer know it's going to be different. Your customers, theirs is going to say referral link or my referrals, okay? If you have a customer website right now. So you're going to be looking for my referrals. Go use the second link once again. Okay, so enough of that. Going right into it, like I said, system stands for save yourself time, energy, and money. Confusion causes stagnation. You don't need any stagnations on your way to Chairman 10, folks. You want your system to flow flawlessly, and so you don't want to be a part of why the system is going slow. I want to take myself. So system means it's not human factor involved. Okay, anytime that I'm creating a system, I'm creating the system so that I'm not involved. Right? Because we're doing network marketing, and network marketing is about me at some point, one day, maybe a couple years, 3, 5 years, 10 years from now, when I just decide to say, hey, I want to really live full time, and I don't want, I've developed enough leaders. I want this system to continue on, because there are going to be other Chairman 500s, Chairman 1000s that are, guess what? They're going to have a system where they're going to put their things in play. But I want, until then, this to flow down through our organization. So save yourself time, energy, and money. So ask yourself, what is the first thing you do when someone enrolls? What is that step? And if you can't even talk it out right now, then you don't have a system. Without you being there, where that system continue. And if all those are no's, then I'm going to give you a system that you can adapt or that you can model after. If you're a part of Legacy Worldwide, this is the system that we're using. I believe that if we are all singing the same song, then that is a very solid system. And I promise you, I put in over 35,000 customers in our last organization. Here in Imarketslive, I believe our organization has put in well over 5,000, maybe 6,000 customers in the short time that we've been in, and we're just getting started. So the system absolutely works. Right, when it comes to providing something that's going to go without you being there. So here's how it looks like. So if you're getting a person started, they say, I'm ready to get started, okay? First thing, simple, send them your link. Don't do anything else until they're in the system. That's the first thing. Once they have signed up, so don't train them over the phone before they sign up. Don't talk about additional stuff. The only thing you should be doing when someone says, I'm ready to get started, is you're sending the referral link. That's it. No other conversation happens except referral link talk. Okay? Send that referral link. Get them signed up. Go verify in your back office. Once they enroll, go verify in your back office under placement tree that they're there. Okay, boom, they're there, done. Now, this is when we start the system with them. Now, remember, duplication is key in this industry. It's duplicate or die, right? We're going to talk about multiplication versus addition. So everything that you present to your customers today, they're going to remember that. And they're going to do exactly what you're doing to them. Okay, they're going to do it to their people. So you want to make sure you're doing the right thing. So here's the first thing that I do. And you can let them know when you ask them to write these folks down, you're not saying, hey, I want you, and because I hear people, you'll talk a lot through this process. Ask them to write down. Don't say, because I want you to build a massive business, because I want you to become a chairman. We don't know. We're prioritizing them. They may not even want to build the business, but we are going to network through them. We call this tap rooting. You may have heard it called recruiting through. We called it building through. So the first thing I'm going to have my customer do, okay, and I'm going to speak to a language as their customer, okay? So don't say it like they're building. Hey, you say, hey, do you know 20 to 30 people that may be the following? That trust you, right? You're basically like, who trusts you, right? Just write it down. Don't say, I want to put them in the business. Say, I want you to write down 20 to 30 people, and I want you to think of this as you're writing them down. Who do you know that trusts you? Like, they trust you. Write them on a piece of paper right now. How many people trust you? Write them down, okay? Number two, how many people do you know have two or more jobs? Write them down right here, right? You're not talking about the business. You're just having them write people down. That's it, okay? All right. Who's your friend? Who's your best friend? Write your best friend down. Write your friends down. Just the ones you like to hang out with that you really like. Don't write, So we're just basically pulling out of them just some contacts, okay? And then we're going to use this for them later. You're just going to have them store that away. That's what you're going to tell them. You're going to store this away, but I want to get this out the way now, but this is a part of our process, right? Who do you know that needs more money? Who do you know that's in the same situation that you're in? Write them down. Who is your coworkers that you hear them talk about, I need money all the time? Write them down too. And then the last one, who do you know that when you see them, you're like, man, everything they touch is turns to gold. They're very successful. As a matter of fact, they would be someone you put on your chicken list. Like you would be scared to talk to them. Who write those people down on this list here, okay? So now you got them to write the list. Go ahead and put the list away. Have them put that list away. You can take a picture of that list if you want to. We're going to talk about how to use that at a later time, okay? Next thing, number two, have them download the Legacy Worldwide app. We're going to be redoing the Legacy Worldwide app, by the way, folks. We're going to make it a little bit more. I know it's user-friendly now. We're going to make it even better. Okay, we're going to make sure this system is very specific, very clear. Okay, so have them download the app. If they can't download the app to their phone, you can have them go directly to Legacy Worldwide. I'm sorry, it's not .biz. It's .net. It's not .biz. It's .net. Okay, so legacyworldwide.net, N-E-T. .biz was our old website. And then they're going to complete steps 1 through 5. Step 1 through 5 is everything they need to get started, period. To trade, to go through the academy, everything. We're going to make these steps a little bit better because I have a study guide that I'm going to add to it so that they can just download. So the only thing you have to do, really, you don't have to know anything. Those first 2 steps, you're golden already. Right, so they go through steps 1 through 5. It teaches them how to open up their broker, how to fund their broker's account. Going through the academy is going to give them their study guide, and that's it. And then how to access IML TV. And we're going to be even more specific because we used to go with all the products, but I realized that we have so many products that people are getting confused about what should I use? Should I do Gold Cup? Should I do Webb Online? Should I do this? In the Webb Online, what strategy should I use? So we have specifically decided to adopt the ECC 11 strategy. Our mentor, Dr. Kathy Kirkland, obviously very successful trader. A lot of our organization, like David Hoyt, Crystal Dames, and a lot of other folks, they are naturally doing this when they work with the cloud, when they're throwing out trades. So our team is already doing this. So we're just adapting that system so there's no confusion. The ECC 11 strategy works, right? You see it in our groups. We're killing the game with it. So that is our strategy. So on the steps 1 through 5, we won't really focus on other products. We will focus on the web analyzer, and we'll focus on Dr. K's strategy. Anything outside of that, We do know how to teach it. Like I can teach the harmonic scanner, but all that's already in the academy. So if they want more information, they'll easily be able to get it right off of IML TV. So your people who want more, trust me, they're going to naturally do it. They're going to actually look. They're going to naturally look for that information. But as for what we're doing, we're going to direct our focus so that there's no confusion with inside of our system. Okay. Then once you get that done, we trade together every morning on the breakfastclub.tv. We're going to do that for the next 90 days for sure. So make sure that they understand every morning, 8 a.m., 8:30 a.m., we start trading, and that's Central Standard Time. We do it every day where they're going to get between 10 to 30 pips every single day with us using the ECC 11 strategy. So make sure they know that to basically upgrade to the web analyzer, they get access to the breakfastclub.tv. And then on Fridays and throughout the week, they can access Dr. Kathy Kirkland through the London session. Okay. And then on Friday, she does the mornings at 8:30 a.m. as well, too. Powerful morning. Fridays is now my favorite when it comes to the market. We are crushing it, really crushing it in the market on Fridays. Okay. And then make sure you add them to the proper groups. So Legacy Worldwide chat and the trading group. If you are not a part of the Legacy Worldwide group, you know, our team, it's okay. You guys should already have a system. So just get with if you're not a chairman, get with your chairman or get with whoever in your organization has a system. Get with them to make sure you understand whatever chats you guys are in and whatever system you have going. If you don't have anybody, then of course this is something that maybe you might end up creating. Okay. So, but for us, Legacy Worldwide chat, we have our pin post with all the information that you need. So that's the system that's out the way. We're done with talking about products now. We're not talking about that anymore. So folks, man, let me tell you about Imarketslive. You know, Imarketslive, let me just, what it took me and my wife 5.5 years to do in the industry of network marketing in my last company. Right, we put in over 35,000 customers. We were grinding. You know, when we ended up leaving the organization, we had probably active at that moment about 11,000 customers that were still active. It took us 5.5 years to do that. And to get to that multiple six-figure income. And I'll tell you, in the first 60 days, we had reached an income level that had surpassed our monthly in that previous company here in Imarketslive. 60 days, we surpassed it. And now we are now, like I said, chairman 25. And then, of course, you know, I'm also a Platinum 5,000 as well. So you can put that together. We've now hit a level beyond 30,000 a month. 17 months in now, 17 months in, over 30,000 a month. Past results don't equal future results. But we have reached a pinnacle in our life and our income that, wow, of course we knew it was possible, but to do it this fast, you know, of course I want to do it faster, but to do it this fast and really think about what we did is powerful, and we're nobody special. And what I'm telling you, everybody on here, you can do exactly what we did and do it better. Because we're going to give you the exact blueprint and system that you can just literally sprint and run through this. The numbers are the numbers, okay? There is no tricks. There's no small print. There's nothing extra you're going to have to do when you get to the rank. Your paycheck will be in your account. It will be the amount that we're talking about. And that's what I love about what we do. So let's just talk about the compensation plan real quick, and then we're going to talk about launching your business. You know, I believe the bread and butter rank in our company right now, the one that I'm going to talk about you guys focusing on, is Platinum 600 and Platinum 1000. Platinum 150, of course, we're going to talk about it a little bit, but Platinum 600 and Platinum 1000 are pivotal ranks in our company, and they're very simple to achieve, and you get to set that tone. So to become a Platinum 600, that just means you got to have 12 customers in your organization. Now I'm going to just talk about building 3 legs, even though you can build more. Our system, however, that we sing is that we all build 3 legs. It helps more people, and it maximizes the comp plan even more for your entire organization. Okay. So how this is set up, 444, it's not about the numbers, okay? It's about the volume. This is not going to be that call where I'm going to go heavy in depth, but in how the volume works. But I want you to definitely get into the compensation plan, read it, understand it. Just know that what you need to focus on is really the volume. So your qualified volume here. So to be a Platinum 600, you must have a volume of 1740 and no more than 40% of this total volume can come from one leg, okay? So just remember that. So what that means is if you put in some powerhouse on one leg, they go throw in 100 people in a month, that doesn't mean you're going to hit Platinum 600. That means only 40% of this total number that person can give you for that rank. So you got to go get 2 more legs to go do the same thing or so. Okay, so that means the total that you can take from one leg is 696 in volume. Okay, just treat that like dollar for dollar. Okay, so 696, so you'll subtract 696 from here, and then whatever's left will be the volume you need in the other 2 legs. So there's going to be a whole nother language you got to get used to. That's cool. We're not going to focus on that here. Platinum 1000, we're going to talk about that one. This is going to be your bread and butter. At Platinum 1000, you're making a minimum of 1,000 per month. Right, 4350 in volume, typically based off the package they're choosing. We're just going to use the lowest package, right? You can have packages like the 325 pack, which is 274 a month. So this can be way less, but we don't push the big package. We personally just push the platinum starter and let our customers figure out if they want to do the bigger package later, okay? But you're going to have those people who naturally pick the big package. That's cool. They can do that. This is going to be hinged on volume of 145. So 30 customers at Platinum 1000, you're making $1,000 guaranteed every single month. Okay. Now here's the greatest part about Imarketslive. Because we pay weekly, okay, that means $250 a week. Folks, if you were to times 12 months times 4 weeks, that would only equal 48, right? Now, there are 52 weeks in a year. Well, guess what? Because we pay weekly, that's an extra month in your year. So instead of making 12,000 total in a year at Platinum 1000, that's 13,000 extra you've added, right? 26,000 at Platinum 2000, because that's 2,000 a month, or 500 weekly. Platinum 5,000 is 65,000 a year, which is $1,250 every single week minimum, right? Chairman 10. $2,500 a week minimum. We're talking about 130,000 minimum, just talking about the residuals, not talking about the infinity bonus or the direct commission that you get from your team. So as you can see, the compensation plan is powerful. The numbers are the numbers, folks. So, 225 customers, 500 customers, 450 customers. Now these customer base can go down based off higher packages, based off, upgrades to additional products like the Webb Analyzer, Gold Cup, whatever, because volume is added on. So just know that we're just giving you a number based off the base minimum package in this company, which makes it even better, okay? Chairman 25, 1,250 customers. Man, let me just tell you this, and this probably applies to a lot of other companies out there. To hit this type of money in my last organization, to make 25,000, you had to have a total of about 5,000 customers. Listen to me. And you weren't guaranteed that income level. It was up to. But to make that amount of money right there, because it was up to, I knew the numbers, you had to have 5,000 customers. And so when I came to Imarketslive and I seen 1,250 customers hit Chairman 25, and it's a guaranteed 25,000. Only 2,500 customers to make 50,000 guaranteed every single month. Do you realize how much hard work you're going to do over the next 10, 20, 40 years of your life? You're going to come in contact with way more people. You're going to sell way more stuff for your job right now. And they're only going to pay you not even 1% of whatever that company's building, even a fraction of a percent, right? You're getting paid minimum peanuts to what a successful company is making. And then you retire with 40% of it. And so my goal today is to have you make a decision of what all in looks like. I'm not saying quit your job. I'm saying you're going to put a little bit more focus on your part-time gig. So if you're working throughout the day on your part-time, you're going to get off and you're going to put focus here until it at some point replaces whatever your income is today. And then we're still going to show you how to invest that money, still keep your job, and we're going to show you how to grow your income even more, because that's the power of what we do. I'm going to show you how is your family going to become truly financially free. My goal is that you become so financially free that you're not even dependent on Imarketslive, that you build up your residual money so that it replaces your work money. And then with your residual monies, you build up your investments so that your investments replace your residual money. These are principles. And we have everything that we need in our company right now for you to do. Okay. Chairman 100, 5,000 customers. Chairman 250, 15,000 customers. Chairman 500, 30,000 customers. In 5.5 years, in my last organization, we put in 35,000 customers. So all I could think when I looked at this comp plan is like, wow, I've done enough to have made $500,000 a month residually. And so all I have to do is do it all over again. And that's where we are. We're just doing it all over again. And my goal is to give you the same exact blueprint and the same thing of exactly what we are doing today to elevate and to win. Okay, so how do you launch your business? All right, we're going to talk about this system. Sponsor 15, help 3, develop 10. Sponsor 15, help 3, develop 10. Okay, and so that is going to be our system right here. So create your list is the first thing. So remember we talked about your customers. You have naturally when you sign someone up, you're automatically having them put down 30 customers on a piece of paper. Okay, so we'll talk about how to build through those customers, but I want you to focus on your customers first, because that customer that you have put down 30, whether they know it or not, you're going to let them pop up and say, I want to build a business. Boom, you already got 30, they already got their 30 customers written down, or they may want to waive their fees. So you're going to focus on helping them get to Platinum 150. So you already have them where they've taken the first step. Okay, you're 15. So you're 15 folks. If you add 15 times 30, that's 415 contacts that you now have. You're networking. Okay, so we're going to talk about how you're going to get your hands on 450 contacts just by having a conversation with your customers. Okay, and then personally for yourself, if you're on here, here's what I want you to do today. And I'm going to be very clear. You know, I have people say, Randy, I want to get mentored. I want you to show me how to get to here. I want you to show me how to get chairman. I want to make $1 million a year. And I give you one thing. I challenge you. I say, I want you to put 100 people on a piece of paper. I want you to put 200 people on a piece of paper. Let me let you know what I'm doing. I'm challenging you, and I'm seeing if your time is important to you. Because if you show me that your time is important to you, then you're going to make my time important to you. But if I call you, like you say, I want to have a conversation with you. I want to know how to build. And the first thing I give you, and I say, go put 100 people on a piece of paper. And then we get on a phone call and I say, do you have 100 people on a piece of paper? You're like, oh, no, you know what? I didn't get to it. You've just told me that you don't believe you're going to make $1 million a year, first of all. You don't believe you're going to hit chairman. And it wasn't important to you. So you're not only wasting your time, but you're now wasting my time as well, too. And so that is the first challenge, that anyone that you decide to work with, you give them something to do. And if they do it, then they're prioritizing the right thing. So mine is making a list. And if you don't make a list, then this is not a priority. So then I'm not going to make you a priority. So I'm not saying it in the nicest way I can possibly say it, but that's being real and intentional about who we are going to build with. Because to be a chairman, to apply law of attraction, okay, there's 4 or 5 rules to apply the law of attraction. One of them, the goal has to be specific. The goal has to be in a place where it's definite, not indefinite, meaning you know exactly what you need to do, where you're going, and how you're going to do it. So if I have you create a list, I know that you've now set your focus on, hey, I need to sponsor 15. So my mindset is going into the right direction. So that's why these steps are very important. So how do you create this list? Today, I want you to go through your phone contacts. Don't choose and pick, just put people on a piece of paper. I'm going to tell you, I still have the same contact list when I first started network marketing. I had over 500 people. I still go through it. So get all your phone contacts out before you start adding all the network marketers in there. So go ahead and clean your phone out, put all of them on a piece of paper. It should go beyond 100. I believe the longer your list, the bigger your belief. Go through Facebook, write everybody down. You might not even have their numbers yet. Write them down. Instagram, if your Instagram is not overflowing already and there's people that you know on there, write them all down, okay? And then we're gonna start the system. 15-30, what does that mean? We're gonna get 15 customers personally, okay? This is gonna be the hardest part that you do. We need to compress time. So what I'm having you do is I want you to compress time one time in your life where you're able to turn what you're going to be doing over the next 40 years. I'm telling you, we're going to show you how to do it in 90 days and compress it so that you're living full time. So it's going to take a season of your life for you to go all in and go hard as you ever have gone before. I want you to imagine right now, if you were to close your eyes and you were running around the track, and as you're running around the track, soon as you hit that corner, you see the finish line. There are people running alongside you, so you're running as fast as you can. You see the finish line and looks closer. What do? You speed up. That's natural. So what I want you guys to look at this 15 and 30 is we see our finish line already. We see that we're already chairman. And if we can accomplish this in 30 days, we are already chairman. Okay, money time. Okay, so in the next 30 days, it is the most important part of your business today, and everyone starts today. I'm actually starting to do this again. Me and my wife, we actually have a competition between each other where we're gonna do this thing all over again, where I'm gonna go out and get 15 personals. She's gonna go out and get 15 personals. Guess what? She's already got a couple personals under her belt. I told her I'm gonna give you a head start. So, but we are basically, our goal is to go chairman again. So we're going to do this whole process with everybody on here. Okay. So 15 and 30, I want you to sponsor 15 customers in 30 days. How do you do that? Well, you got your list and you just keep on going through your list until you get 15 customers. And remember, I already gave you the system. Okay. I already told you, send them to Legacy Worldwide. You have everything that's needed to get them started. Plug them in. Okay, that's your 15. You get them, get them to write down their 30. That's a 450 contacts. So boom, we get our 15 customers in 30 days. We now have 450 contacts with our 15 customers. Now, what we need to do is identify of those 15 customers, which one of them would like to waive their fees or become a Platinum 150. Okay, so what I want you to focus on is helping 3 to 5 of your 15 go Platinum 150. And what that's going to do, that's going to add 9 to 15 new customers in your organization. So at that point, when you get those folks to Platinum 150, you should have already achieved the level of Platinum 1000. You'll definitely already be a Platinum 600 because you're going to hit that with your 15 customers. But then from there, you are going to elevate to Platinum 1000, helping other folks go to Platinum 150 at minimum. Okay, so after you get the 3 to 5 to Platinum 150, now out of the total number that you have in your organization should be like around 24 to 30 customers. You're gonna identify 10 of them, and I mean you're gonna really identify. You're not looking for someone who's not trying to do this. I'm telling you, it's important. You're looking for people that have certain things about them, that they're driven, that they don't care what people say, that they're going to drive and they're going to do this, that they can take a punch. Meaning, I want somebody with tough skin. I don't want somebody who's going to complain about, oh, this person said no. No, I want tough skin. That's what I'm looking for. And I'm looking for someone who's competitive. If I give you a goal to chase, you're not giving up on that goal as soon as you start it. Over 90-some% of people, when they start something, they quit. That's not who I'm looking for in this deal. I'm looking for committed. I'm looking for consistency. I'm looking for someone who's serious based off their actions, okay? So you find those people in your organization, find 10, and then you're going to solely focus from this point, solely focus on getting them to Platinum 1000. Now, here's what that means, folks. That doesn't mean that you slave drive them. You say, hey, you should get no, it means that you're going to show them the way. You're going to connect them with your mentors. So maybe you've identified 10. I want you to personally connect them with me, right? Let me be able to help them out as well too. Give them the straight shot connection that you have with me as well too, so that they feel the importance. They understand they are important to go chairman. They're important to get the mentorship. So you introduce them to myself, Ed Blunt, if you're in our organization, Oria or Kim Burke or whoever your leader is in your organization, you introduce them to everything that they need to become successful. That's what this is about. It's not, once you get your 15, you help 3, it's no longer about you anymore. It's about how many people can you elevate in your organization. You see, your paycheck, it's always going to be commensurate with how many people that you build confidence in and that you elevated their income in, okay? And I'm going to show you this, the power of what this 15 is going to look like, the power of 15. Okay? So if you want to become a Chairman 10 in the next 90 days, right? Here's where your focus is going to go at. We talked about the 15, 3, and 10, right? Remember, you're going to sponsor 15. So what is it going to look like? Okay. You have yourself, you have your Platinum 150 that, remember, you're going to get them the Platinum 150, but you're going to get your 15 first. Okay. You get your 15 first. Okay. Boom. So guess what you did when you get a straight 15? Let's say your team didn't do anything. No one built. It was just you. You get 15 in. Okay, and you build it like this, so 5, 5, 5, 3 legs. Guess what you just did for all the people that are at the top? Well, you just helped them get halfway to Platinum 600, first of all, right? So that's, you let them know, hey, I just got you halfway to Platinum 600. You just got to go put in 7 more customers, and you're set to go. Done. All right, but I'm going to show you, we're really going to focus on getting them to Platinum 150, whoever that is in your organization. So boom, you get your 15 in, and then let's talk about what the total numbers are going to look like here on the left. So Chairman 10s, typically what it looks like, if you focus on getting people to Platinum 1000. I think it's very simple to focus on helping people get to Platinum 1000. So 16 Platinum 1000 in your organization, you'll be a Chairman 10. 6 Platinum 2000 in your organization, you'll be a Chairman 10. 2 Platinum 5000 in your organization, you're pretty much a Chairman 10. Those individually, not all that combined together. I'm talking about either you have 16 Platinum 1000s, or you have 6 Platinum 2000s, or you have 2 Platinum 5000, and you're that rank. So when you look at who you can elevate, I always think that you should chop it down with the smallest rank. So don't go and say, let's get this person to Platinum 5000, because that can be intimidating for some people starting off. So what you're going to do is help them get to Platinum 150, Platinum 600, Platinum 1000. You're identifying who's really serious, okay? And then remember, a lot of this has to do with, do you know where you're going? Law of attraction. A lot of folks are not achieving their goals because they have no idea what it takes, right? If I ask you today, you say, I want to become a Platinum 5000. And I ask you, how much volume do you need to hit Platinum 5000? And you're clueless. You don't know. That it's not cool not knowing information. I can't, I'll tell you, a lot of people, they hang their hats on, I didn't have to know this, I didn't have to know. It's not cool not knowing information, right? And there's going to be a lot of people who identify. You must know some information. It's a part of law of attraction. It's a law. So because it's a part of your goal. So if you want to become a Platinum 5000, you must know that, hey, I need at least 225 customers, or I need to have a volume of 32,625, period. Okay. And when you know that number ingrains in your head, and that's all you're running to, that number, and then you're helping people elevate that way, you obsess about it. That's how you're going to achieve the goal, and the work ethic is going to come. So it's something behind knowing the numbers. It's not just knowing the numbers. It's that you're going to obsess about it, and it's going to at some point attract it into your life. People are going to be attracted into your life that are going to help you build that organization. You're going to attract Platinum 5000. You're going to attract Platinum 2000 and 5000 in your organization. So to hit Chairman 10, I want to give you these numbers. If you're on here and you're like, I want to go Chairman 10, remember, just your goal, just one rank at a time. So your goal, Chairman 10, let's focus on that. Write Chairman 10 around your house, in your car, everywhere. Chairman 10, what does it mean? 72,500 in volume. What does that mean? I need to go help. I need to go help at least 16 people get Platinum 1000. Okay. I need to help a certain amount of people get Platinum 600. I need to go into some markets. We're going to talk about how to do that, okay, at a small level. All right, next one, Chairman 25. Chairman 25 is just having 5 Platinum 5000 on your team, 2 Chairman 10s, maybe some combination of all in between, okay? Chairman 50s. When you break it down this way, Chairman 50 is not, if you look at the volume, 362,500, you looking at that volume, you're like, oh my God. Well, that's you looking at it as an individual. But wonder if you help people around the world elevate their income to $5,000 a month. Or you help 5 Chairman 10s. You go into their market, you help them build, you help them become leaders, you help them lead in the right direction. Or you go develop 2 Chairman 25s. I always say you're going to develop the smallest rank first. So if you don't got any Chairman on your team, if you don't got any Platinum 5000 on your team, you're not going to focus on that. You're going to focus on the smallest rank first, and then you're going to elevate those folks as you identify them in your organization. Okay. Then of course, Chairman 100 means you make 100,000 a month, folks. Listen to me. To hit Chairman 100 just means you have 10 Chairman 10s on your team, 4 Chairman 25s, or you could have 2 Chairman 10s and 18 Platinum 5000, whatever that is. Just know you're not going to focus on the volume. 725,000, I can't focus on 725,000 in volume. No, but what I can do is focus on my best friend hitting Platinum 5,000. What I can do is focus on my business partners out of Kenya, developing Platinum 5,000 Chairman. What I can do is focus on South Africa and Tanzania, and I can focus on Ohio, and I can focus on Florida. I can focus on all these different markets that I can do. Little Rock, Arkansas, I can focus there where I'm not focused necessarily on the volume, but on the people. And when you have that focus, your purpose gets just bigger and stronger, okay? So here's what it looks like to start developing your 10. So how it works is when you sign your 15 up, right? This is now looking at, let me go back to what you're seeing here. So you put in all this volume here. So now what I did on the next page, I'm going to show you how you take one of these top level people, what their organization will look like as you show them how to build and do the same thing that you did. So now what you're going to teach them, if they want to go chairman like you want to go chairman, you're going to teach them the same exact system, okay? 15, 3, 10. All right, what I want you to do, man, this is going to be the most important time of your life. This is running around the track. You see the finish line. You're compressing time. In 30 days, I need you to go all in. For 30 days, I need you to create a habit. I need you to create a good habit of consistency. I need you to go out and sponsor 15 customers, no matter what it takes. So that 30 that we wrote down, I want you to go through those people. But better yet, I want you to go through your whole phone, and I want you to put at least 100 to 200 people on a piece of paper. And over the next 30 days, our goal is to go through all 200 until you hit 15. Once you hit 15, then we're gonna move to the next phase. But for the next 30 days, I want you to go through contact after contact after contact after contact until you get 15. Okay? That's the system. So you identify someone who's willing to run with you and do that. So when now you've already got your 15, you showed them that they can do it because you did it. Now here's what I don't want you to do. Don't slave drive them to get 15 and you can barely get 15. Speed of the leader is the speed of the pack. This is a level in your life that you got to step up, that you're going to have to take responsibility. And if you can't step up and take responsibility, this may not be your shift, right? You might just focus on trading and making a lot of money and creating a story and then come back to this. But if you're willing to go all in, then go all in and then show others how to go all in. No halfway. So you get your 15 in, and now you showed them that I got 15 in. Why do they know that you got 15 in? Because you put 4 to 5 people below them. That's how they know. You built a power leg for them. I want you, every person on here, I want you to start being the power leg creator and not the power leg taker. It's okay to get it. If you got it, get it. I'm telling you, it's good. But I want you to be the creator. I want you to always have that sense of, I'm trying to beat, if you got someone to sponsor you, I'm trying to beat my sponsor at putting someone below me. Like, be that person. Go put a gang of people in and then use the system. So boom, you create a power leg for them, okay? Now they only have to do it for 2 legs, first of all, okay? They go get their 15 in. And guess what they just did? They just created a bigger power leg if they did the same thing you just did. They created a bigger power leg for their people that they brought in. And it's going to get bigger. Are you hearing me? So everyone's going to create a much bigger power leg because you're creating a power leg for them. It's easy. So they go get 15. They put 7 to 8 on each of those legs. And of course, 3 of them, if they already hit platinum 150, this is going to take them automatically to platinum 1000. So literally the person that you're focused on getting on a platinum 150, if they go put in 15, you're going to naturally get them pretty much to platinum 1000. You've already identified your platinum 1000. So this is your platinum 150. They go put in 15. They definitely hit the platinum 600. They also go to platinum 1000 with their 15. And now you teach them what you have been taught. Help 3 of the people that you just put in of their 15. 3 go platinum 150. Identify 10 that will go platinum 1000. Okay? And you're just going to keep on doing that. Perpetual system. Until before you know it, you were a chairman 10 and now chairman 25, and this system just goes. I promise you, it just becomes a habit. So that's what we're doing. So how do we start here? We start here, we're going to talk about inviting. So how do I invite my friends? I want you guys to write this down, okay? How do I invite my friends? Our system is showing people. How do you show someone? Our system is showing someone. I want you to go to legacyworldwide.net. Now, we're going to change this up a little bit, but currently we have one presentation that I've done on there. That's the system that we use. It's a 12-minute video. Don't talk. My daughter's working the business now. She's asked me, Daddy, so what do I need to do? I got people that want to see this thing. So I'm like, I teach my daughter the same exact system. And she was telling me, she was like, well, I was explaining it to some of my friends. Like I asked her, what have you been doing? She goes, well, as soon as they say I'm interested, then I just start telling them all about Forex. I tell them that you can do this, you can do that. I'm like, okay, stop. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to just, once they say I'm interested, cool. Hey, you got a quick 12 minutes. I'm going to send you a video to watch. If you have 12 minutes now, I'll send it now. If you don't have it now, let's talk a little bit later. As soon as they say I have the time, you're going to send them over legacyworldwide.net/presentation. It's going to take them straight to the 12-minute presentation. They watch it. We are just going through the numbers, folks. Instead of you having to explain it all the time, boom, send them to the video. They watch it. Cool. I like it. I'm interested. Send them your referral link and then start taking them through the system that we talked about earlier before. That's it. We're just doing that 100 to 200 times until you get 15 customers. And then once you get to that level, we start developing you a little bit more. Now I'm going to talk to the platinum 1000s, the platinum 2000s and 5000s. You're going to develop a leadership skill. All this is about is I need each and every one of you to start elevating and developing yourself to a level that you probably didn't think was possible. But I'm telling you what I know. There are people on this call right now. They're going to take this information, and over the next 90 days, they're going to pop Chairman 10. They're going to chop. There's someone on here that's going to be a Chairman 25 and I'm not talking about me. There's someone on this call that will be a Chairman 25 in the next 90 days by the I Am event. Why do I know that? Because I said Chairman 10. They're like, you said Chairman 10. I'm going for Chairman 25. They were already focused on it. There's someone on here, I promise you, that's going to take this information and do it. So I'm going to talk to you right now. I'm going to talk to how to build through your people and your leaders. So you've heard this over and over again. This is what allowed me and my wife to do this twice. This is not a theory. I'm not talking philosophy right now. I'm talking about this works. I've developed six-figure earner after six-figure earner after six-figure earner. Now we're just elevating ourselves. We have to even elevate ourselves to the next level. Okay. So I'm going to talk about the system real quick, but let me just talk about some books real quick. I'm excited because I'm reading a new book. My new book that I'm reading, first of all, is called Fake Money, Fake Teachers, Fake Assets by Robert Kiyosaki. That's just a little extra for those, stay developing yourself. You should be reading 12 books at minimum per year. Find a way to every morning, 10 minutes, read a book. Another book that I've read called Outliers. I want to talk about this book because network marketing is a career. Network marketing is not a hobby. Network marketing, and I'm sorry, it's a hobby if you're just playing around with it. But for those who, I always say that you are a franchise player. Those who consider themselves franchise player, they treat this thing seriously. I treat this like playing a sport professionally. Okay. And so there's things about outliers, and what outliers talk about, those who became successful in the career field, whether it be a pilot that is competent, whether it be a baseball player or a football player or a basketball player or a golfer, whatever that is, they became competent. They became unconsciously competent because they've spent a lot of hours on their craft. So here's what I'm going to tell you about investing your time. A lot of us, we're treating this like a hobby. We're going to work and we're giving our job everything, and that's cool. Give your job everything because you still have to build that up too. But then they're getting off and you're like, I want to become a chairman, but you're barely putting in 30 minutes a day in developing yourself. You barely put in 30 minutes a day going and building your business, but you're like, I want to be a chairman. That just is not going to happen. Okay. Every successful person, every Michael Jordan, LeBron James, A-Rod out there, all successful athletes or CEOs, they developed themselves before they became who they are today. It didn't just hit like a lottery. It's no such thing. This is not going to be easy. Let me just be very clear. This is not going to be easy. Making $25,000, $10,000, $50,000 a month is not going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it. Why? Because your job is not going to be easy either. You're going to work 40 years of your life anyway, only to retire with 40% of that income and then have to do it all over again. Me and my wife, we were just in the Bahamas and we travel all over the place. And one thing that we've seen, I had seen this lady walking and she was like, her health was deteriorated, but I could tell she was out on her vacation. People are taking their last years of their life before they can travel around the world and spend time to see this world. And now you have an opportunity in your good years to take something and build as hard and commit as hard as you possibly can while you have good health. Okay, while you can do this, while you have good thought, and go build something that will be sustainable for your family that you can create a legacy for. But what do? We focus on the wrong things. We say, oh, it's too hard. Struggle happens. Now oh, no, that's not working. Oh, you're get overtaken with temporary defeat. And we stop, not realizing what our life will really look like if we don't commit to this. I was just listening to Grant Cardone, and he was saying that the average person is going to need $10 million at minimum to be able to live a comfortable life as they grow. Let alone, some people, we're talking about making $1 million. So most people are talking about making $1 million. If I had $1 million, I'll be good. No, you won't. Do you realize? And then when I hear people say that, I don't want to be a millionaire, it's like they're speaking death into the rest of their life, because you have to be a millionaire to live the rest of your life. You have to be a millionaire minimum to retire. That's what I'm telling you. You have to have at least more than $1 million in your account to retire fully. That means no more money's coming in. You can live off whatever you created. You need $10 million. Don't believe me? Go divide that money by the number of years you plan on living from this point and see how long it stretches. So this is a commitment about what you want and what you're willing to put in. And I'm telling you, we had to we had to sacrifice a little bit. But for us, it was no more than the sacrifice that I was already willing to put in, when I was serving this country. I always say I was the ultimate sacrifice to serve in the United States Air Force or in any United States Air Force or military branch. Guess what? You're putting up the ultimate sacrifice, whether you know it or not. You never know what's going to happen. I deployed to Afghanistan, Iraq, crazy places over and over again. And the truth be told, I had gotten into a mindset where I knew what I was doing. I knew the sacrifice I was taking. I knew that one day it could become a time where my number was pulled, right? That's just what it was. So I want to give you my thought process of the way that I build today and my mindset of why I just drive and go. Because I came and I was developed from a background of what all in really looked like. What does all in really look like? To me, what all in looks like, serving in the Air Force is no all in than putting your life on the line for it, right? And so when I'm flying that C-130 as an aircraft commander, I know that we got to go drop troops off in a hostile area. I know that we're going to get shot at, but I'm committed, right? That's what I'm doing. There is no, I see bullets flying. I see my stuff light up. There ain't no turning back. I'm committed. I'm just going through it. But what do? As a pilot, I'm going to go through it fast, okay? So what do you do in this instance? You go through it fast. That's it. And you commit. And so my mindset when we came over, I already understood what sacrifice was. I already understood what all in looked like because I did it. And so when I came into network marketing, it was simple to go all in. My wife, she was already used to me being gone away and not being able to come back. Now to network marketing, if I go or we go together, I can go away and I can say, I want to come home after 2 days. I want to come home after 3 days. I choose and pick. I run my life today. Why? Because I committed and I made a decision. So if you're willing to commit and make a decision for a season of your life, I promise you it's going to feel good. It's going to be different. Okay. So we're going to talk about building through once you have an organization going. I think the building through this part probably won't come into your peripheral, into your view of you using it until you're probably about platinum 2000. Okay. 75 customers in your organization. So building through means this. You identify people in your organization. So boom, we already told you to identify 10 folks. So you're gonna identify 10 folks. Me personally, I'm looking for 5 things when I'm identifying people. You're gonna figure this out as you have a conversation. Now you're also, as you're identifying these people, regardless if they have what you're looking for or not, you're gonna be approachable. You're gonna be their friends sincerely, for real. And what I mean by that, if you can't be friends with people, this is not going to be the industry for you. Relationships are residuals, period, point blank. And if you don't like people, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to build this business the right way. Okay, so you have to love people in this industry. That's just what it is. Okay, and you have to create relationships. Find the purpose of everybody that you come in contact with in your organization. Find out why they signed up, what drives them, why are they doing what they do, because that's going to give you a little bit more oomph and purpose as you fly into their markets. Trust me, when I fly into markets like Kenya and South Africa, it gives me, I have that little oomph because I know the stories. I know what people are sacrificing. I know what they had to do to get where they're at right now. And I'm willing to give up my time for it because I know their drive and their purpose. So that's what you're doing in the identify phase. So call them up. The most important person on your team today is the newest person that just signed up. So if you're just now getting started or you're restarting, maybe you've been in for a while and your team has just went dead. Well, guess what? The most important person on your team is the newest person that has just signed up. There is no better person to start in a system than someone who's brand new. You know why? Because you don't have old problems, because they're not tainted, because they haven't got mixed up in all the clicks here and the clicks there, or this group here. They're not mixed up in it. They're brand new. You can form them like a brand new baby. And that's where you can start a brand new system. So, I hear leaders tell me all the time, Randy, I got the Platinum 5000 or I got here and I'm stuck. And I'm trying to get my leaders to do, I'm trying to get my leaders to do this. That's called old problems. And I don't deal with old problems. I like to create new solutions. And so how do you create a new solution? You go build a new team. Okay. So the newest person on your team is the most important person that just signed up. That's why I say that, because the rest is just old problems. If the people on your team, let's say you've been in for 2 years, 3 years, I don't know who I'm talking to, and then your team just hasn't been moving, well, most likely they're not going to move. So you got to go recreate it. You got to go chairman again. So go put in another 15. When your team stops moving, go put in another 15. And then you do it all over again until you get that person that says, I'm going to be relentless. I'm getting this done. and you see it. You see the action and you don't see the lip service. Okay? So if they were on your team right now, you've been in for a while, they would already have done it, is what I'm telling you. So identify those leaders, have conversation, become friends, build rapport is number 2. That's what you're doing there, building rapport. Like I said, if worst case happens, something happens we have some struggles, some pullbacks, some corrections in this industry, then guess what? They're going to fall back on who you are. Do they like you? Right? If they don't like you, immediately when something happens, they're out of the system. Okay? But if they like you and they believe in you, they're going to stay. All right? So be transparent, be friends, give them everything that they need to build an organization. I'm talking to leaders right now, and I believe everyone's a leader. So I'm talking to leaders right now. I'm talking about how to interact with those that are in your organization, your business partners, how to interact with your business partners. Don't treat them like a downline. I don't like to talk the downline talk because I look at us as we're business partners. Okay. So there's no downline, upline deal. We are business partners. That's my business partner right there. And they're going chairman. They're going chairman, 500, whatever that is. Okay. Challenge. Most important part. I don't baby people at all. I refuse to baby people. It's just like parenting. If you baby your kids, right, you become very successful, whatever you are. And you forget that the reason you became successful was because of all the pullbacks, because of all the struggles, because of all the obstacles. That's why you became a leader. And so if you're growing up your child and you're trying to reflect everything off of them, right, so that they don't get hurt or something doesn't happen, and they don't learn the lesson that you learned. They don't learn how to become a strong leader like you became. So you have to allow them and challenge them to do some things on their own, so that you have that team that's going to one day go without you. So you challenge them. What does a challenge look like? Well, I already talked about the first one. For you to have the conversation is first, do you get a list? That's the first one. The next one is, before I'm going to come to your market, I require that at least you hit Platinum 600, right? That is a minimum for me right now. Platinum 600. I'll say you hit Platinum 600 right now. Maybe you can't do that because it requires money. But me, if you hit Platinum 600 in the market and you're the only one in that market, I'm going to show up in your market and help develop you, help you launch your market, help you do everything that we're talking about here. All I require is that you hit Platinum 600, 12 customers. That's a small number to ask. That's my challenge. So if you're on here right now, I'm telling you, you hit Platinum 600 in your market, I'm going to come to your market. And number 4 is show up. Typically, I show up within a week, 2 weeks time frame. I try to do it as fast as I can. So typically, it's a week. Why is it a week? Because you are on fire. You're excited. You're showing everybody, and you got them excited. I want to be there when that excitement is happening, because there's nothing better than energy and excitement about the product. And as long as they're staying excited, the business will continually build. So I'll be there to develop those folks while they're excited before any dream stiller comes along that they feel has more pull or has more knowledge than they have, because they haven't built up enough confidence inside this industry yet. So that's why it's important to show up, develop them, build them, give them confidence. So when they meet their dream stiller, like, they told me you were coming. They told me my naysayers were coming. They told me my haters were coming, but I'm ready. I know how to trade. I know our system. We've made money. And matter of fact, my Chairman 25 is here. Matter of fact, my Chairman 10 is here. Matter of fact, my Platinum 5000 is here. So, you say it don't work, but I don't know. They make $25,000 a month. I don't know. They make $10,000 a month. I don't know, but they make $5,000 a month. And last time I checked, you still work. So that's why you're showing up, to give them the confidence and the backing that this really works and that they do have the support. And then we're going to start the process of building through. Building through, you're going to go into the trenches, folks. Building through is a way for us to teach you how to physically present in front of the room. Is presenting a must? I would say it's not a must. But for me, I will say that from what I've seen being in the industry, for what our system works, I've seen the most powerful leaders that I know. They got uncomfortable, even though they didn't want to speak in front of the room. I'm one of those. They spoke in front of the room. They got on stages. And one day I see each and every one of you, whether you be a Chairman 100 all the way to Chairman 500, you're going to be speaking from a big stage one day. You might be speaking from the GoPro event. You might be speaking at the Association of Network Marketing event, anywhere. Why? Because you're going to be a top earner in this industry. I know that. So I want to develop you in that sense, as if that's going to happen, because I believe it. And so I believe in order for that to happen, we got to start developing you right now before Chairman 10. Not at Chairman 10, then you start speaking in front of people. That's the wrong time to start. The time to start is when you don't even have anybody in the system yet. Right? You got three people in the system as a Platinum 150, and you're in front of the room. I got you doing the first half of the presentation or the back half of the presentation. Why? Because the more that you have to present it, the more you're going to realize that you have to know it. And that's what happens in this leadership development part of building through. That's why it's important for you to throw your leaders in front of the room. Don't be the presentation man or woman, meaning because you're so good, you always want to be in front of the room because you want to sign up everybody. That's not how this works. That's called addition. And that's cool. You can I know people who got to high levels with addition, but it sucks because you got to constantly work and go through all those people. Wouldn't you want leaders that are going to constantly go when you're not even around, multiply? Well, to do that, you have to develop them. And how you develop them is you give them the same shot that you had. You do the same thing that was done to you. And here's what our system looks like when I come into a market. When any of the leaders go into a market, you may do the first 2, maybe even 3 presentations, depending on how long you're there. If you're not there for a long time, then this needs to be compressed. But it has to happen this way. Okay? So you go into the market. Let's just say you're there for 3 days. So first day, I'm going to do the big presentation. They see everything. They can record me. I want you to learn the presentation, watch what I do, watch how I speak, watch what I say. Cool. Okay? Second day, I'm going to get them ready. I'm going to say, hey, and the first day, by the way, they are doing the introduction. At minimum, the first day, you're in front of the room. You're going to learn how to intro me or intro whatever leader we're going to put in front of the room. So intro, here, say, this is how you edify. You're going to say this, right? Talk to people in front of the room for a little bit, and then you're going to bring the speaker up. That's the first level. You're getting them in front of the room. You're breaking their comfort zone. That's good. The second day, or maybe the second presentation or the third presentation, you can let them know, hey, I'm going to have you do probably the first half up until corporate, or I'm going to have you do, we're going to talk about this project. You're going to make sure that they do a portion of that presentation, whatever you feel your comfort zone is for letting them in front of the room. Okay. But you're going to put them in front of the room for the first half or quarter of the presentation. And then on the back half, you're going to clean it up. That's it. And so now what you're doing is you're developing leaders to get competent at presenting in front of the room so that when you leave, they are competently able to throw an event, not for you anymore, but for them, for their team. And they're going to present. So we just came from the Bahamas, man, powerful leaders. Oh, my God. I ain't going to lie to you. I don't know if Edwin Pender's on here. Oh, my God. Edwin Pender brought a tear to my eye. I'm not lying. I was for real. It's like I was proud. Watching him speak in front of the room, he crushed it. But to watch that, wow. I'm telling you, there's no greater feeling than when you're watching what you set out to do materialize. When you pour so much into people and you watch them elevate and they materialize. And you, from what you saw them as and they didn't see themselves as, but you see it materializing and happening. It's a great feeling to have and to see. And so literally I did get teary-eyed watching him present in front of the room because I remember the first time he came. So it's been an absolute blessing. So just know, folks, this works. So you're going to build through your folks. Your whole goal is to develop them, give them confidence to be in front of the room. And before you leave, you cast the vision for the entire market. Where do you see them going? How many chairmen are going to be in that market? Your leaders that are there, where do you see them at? You tell them where you're going to see them at. You tell them how you see them, right? Remember, look at a man as what he want him to be, not where he's at. Because if you meet him where he's at, he's going to stay there. So you talk life into them and you talk, hey, you're already a chairman, 50, 100. Wow, you already speak well in front of the room. You're crushing the game. You speak life because the more that you speak and build their confidence, the more you give them to step in front of that room. And then you also say these things in front of the organization, in front of the team to let them know that you respect them a lot so that they will respect them a lot when you leave. So you're setting the markets up with their leadership because as you know, in any market, you're not a prophet in your own land. So you have to go over there and kind of reinforce some things in those markets. So that's what build through. Okay, so you're going to build through them initially. You look for 3 people inside that market that you feel that can be builders with them. Okay, and then you also do the same. You build them up. Okay, those 3. so that at any given time, you have 4 individuals in one market that can be in front of the room presenting, and you talk to them all. Okay, you build a relationship with them all. So there's no one person more important than the other. They're all leaders. They're all chairmen inside your eyes. Because how network marketing works, that just because this person here doesn't mean they're going to be the top leader. There's no top leaders. We're all business partners. There's someone on here that's gonna one day pass my rank up. I want to see that. I want someone to go chairman 250, chairman 500. It's going to happen. There's going to be someone. Okay, so always remember, you're talking to someone who could possibly elevate far beyond where you're at, and that means you did a good job. If no one elevates beyond where I'm at now or goes faster than me, that means I'm not doing my job. Okay, and we work hard so that we can alleviate the starting process and we can speed it up for other people. So casting that vision, their market, like we were in the Bahamas, there's 75,000 people that are in the Bahamian market in Freeport. And so we talked about that. If we got 10%, of that market, you're talking about 7,500 customers. We already know the numbers. That's well over 14, 15 chairman 10s. That's chairman 25s, chairman 50, chairman 100s. Okay. All right, let's say, and then of course the island is small, so as they elevate more, we're gonna have these many customers in the organization. You speak that life, you speak that vision, and so that one day it will become the truth for that market. And that is our 6 steps to building up leadership in what we do. Okay, this is more of a high level. If you're brand new, then I want you to take the first part that we talked about. You're going to start with the system and the 15. And I'm just telling you about this company. I'm just excited to be a part of Imarketslive because there is no company doing this. There is no company like Imarketslive. They're proven. They've already went through the struggles. They already went through the pullbacks. There's going to be copycats. There are already copycats that are coming out. That's cool. I want you to know this. Copycat or not, everyone has to go through the business cycles. Okay. Some of you know who Dr. Charles King is. He's rest in peace, Dr. Charles King. But, he really put out a good article about the phase of growth that network marketing companies have to go through. 4 phases. And when you can identify those phases and where they're at, whether you should stay or whether you should be gone. Okay. So there's 4 phases: formulation, concentration, momentum, and stability. Okay. Formulation, that's a hard phase to be in. Okay. I'm gonna tell you right now. And if you're not a strong leader, right, it's a hard, you don't want to start in a company that's brand new. That's your brand new starting companies. I don't care how good the product looks. I don't care who the person is. They have to go through the phases. Care who it is. They're going to go through the phases. So what happens in formulation? Well, formulation, no matter what the product is, it has to be battle tested. It has to be proven. It has to go through the bounces and bruises. It has to go through the FTC. All these challenges are going to happen. And you're going to be there for it if you're getting into a brand new company. And the question is, are you willing to put in a gang of work only to realize maybe at some point in the formulation stage that it might not survive? See, they say 98% of companies fail in the formulation stage. Well, I've been in network marketing. I'm going to tell you, those phases are real. 2. And you got to identify. So what does concentration look like? Trying to figure out the product. There's really no specified what it is. Trying to figure out leadership. And then, of course, it's attached to, a couple $1 million in the company, attached to a little bit of money. Then, of course, you reach concentration. What does concentration look like? Well, that's when it's picking up. People are catching wind. When you talk about a certain product, then they're kind of equivalent to that company. Right, you're hearing their names here, like everybody. Now I've heard of that company before. You start talking, yeah, I got a friend that's in that company before. Oh yeah, that you're in concentration, shifting into momentum, and of course, it's also an income level. You have already reached above sales of 50 million or more. So I'm gonna tell you right now, we are in concentration and well off. I don't know how close we are to momentum. I would say we're getting close, but we are in concentration prior to momentum. Momentum is where you will no longer have to introduce yourself. The Imarketslive will be solidified as the company, right? Or that company will be solidified as the company, right? Concentration. Going into momentum is where you're going to see people that you're like, what? They make 50,000. They make 100,000 a month. They make 250,000 a month. Like that's when you were like, well, momentum is here. Okay. And so you want to be in before then. I'm just telling you, with every being in me and what we're going through and what I've seen with the corrections in this company definitely already went through the formulation stage, for sure. Okay. Imarketslive, the guys that stayed, guys and girls that stayed, guess what? You're watching them. They're chairman 250s, they're chairman 500s, they're chairman 100s. They went through the hard part about 3 years ago of this company having a major pullback, and they stayed even though other people were jumping off and gone. Okay, going to other deal, and a lot of those people came back because I love it. Christopher Terry had a vision, and he stepped to it. A lot of people would have folded. He didn't fold. He did everything possible that needed to be done to make this right, and it got right. So now we are in phase 2 going to phase 3, and it's powerful. So you got the David and Benitez. David's in his mid-30s, chairman 500. Do you know anybody in your life that's making $500,000 guaranteed every single month residually, whether they lift a finger or not? I don't know. I didn't know anybody before then. Most time those are actors. Do you realize that we have people in Imarketslive making more than actors and athletes? That's what's powerful about why, and we're just getting started. Then you got Jason Brown, Matt Rosa, Austin Goss. You got, they in previous companies, they didn't make, barely, $300 a month. Matt Rosa put it out his first year in network marketing. I think he said he was making $300 a month to come into Imarketslive and crushing it. Why? We have an awesome product, right? We have a product that's solid, simple. So those are our chairman 500s there. Ivan Tavia, once again, previous company, did make money in his previous company, but really skyrocketed. He's the number 3 income earner in the entire industry right now. So he went from making just $1 million a year to now making well over $8 million a year in the entire industry. Listen to me, right? So what I'm telling you, Imarketslive, go and put it times 10. So if you are a 1, or if you were 2 or 3 in some other company, times that times 10 here is going to elevate you even more. If you were 10, guess what? Times it times 10. You're 1,000 with what you can do with Imarketslive, okay? Garrett Roberts, personally, our upline, number 1 distributor in the entire company. Garrett Roberts is a chairman 100, making $100,000 a month. He imagine being one of the first ones to just see the vision and do this. He's chairman 100, close to hitting chairman 250. Then we have Lawrence and Tamara Young, chairman 50. He's been in the industry for over 20 years. He said when he entered this company, there was hands down nothing beat this company. They've been in the industry for over 20 years and never met a comp plan like this. Jewel Tankard, and her husband, Ben Tankard. Do you realize he is a professional gospel singer? Professional. Big time gospel singer, records out there and everything. Jewel Tankard, she's, she makes residual income in a lot of different things, but she's also a reality show TV host. And I remember coming over, she says, you know what? She's like, Bingo, I'm gonna just be real. Like, this residual money in Imarketslive is no joke. She's like, they don't even pay me this for the reality show. And that blew my mind when she said that. You realize you got people trying to get in Hollywood and make money, and we are already doing it here, okay? Then we got, like I said, Austin Gossi, chairman 50, got chairman 50s on his team. He's chairman 100 now. Mr. Banks here. They were chairman 25, Banks and Darwin. Chairman 25, now they're chairman 50s. Young, he's 20, 22, 23, 24, I believe, chairman 50. So it doesn't matter your age. Cash the Great, chairman 25. Dr. Kathy Kirkland, when we came over. Dr. K, just the truth, right? Dr. K, Forex trader, 8-figure trader, and building this thing, folks. Chairman 10, about to hit chairman 25. So Dr. K crushing it. And of course, this is where our system comes from. And then we've been fortunate enough to hit chairman 25. Man, we're just getting started. And when I say that, of course, all intentional. I came in the company to go chairman 100 the first year. I came in the company to go to the top level, to go chairman 500, now chairman 1,000 company. I came in the company to do that. Not even a question. Right? There is no, indefinite, I hope. No, that's what I'm coming for. That's what I'm going towards. That's what we are going to accomplish. We are going to create chairman after chairman in every market around the globe. All right, we're going to be intentional about what we want. And I'll tell you, it wasn't easy to get to this level right here. Last year, major correction, in our organization. Everything was set selling when we came in, hit chairman 10 fast. I was like, definitely about to hit chairman 25 next month. some corrections happened, okay? We were getting a new back. Just a lot of things happened that we just had to stay the course and stay focused on the goal. We had to make the main thing the main thing. We had to make a system that was sustainable. And because of that system, it allowed us to continually to fight and keep going until we achieve one of our goals of Chairman 25, and now, of course, going to Chairman 50. And so what I'm telling you, folks, everything I just talked about, not a philosophy, it works. We're proving it that it works, regardless of the struggles that we're going through. You know, I always tell folks, no matter what I got to do in this system, if I gotta call folks and say, hey, check your back office, or I have to go through every number, you know, I always say I get paid a lot of money to be a data input person. I get paid a lot of money to manage volume. I get paid a lot, whatever that thing is that you get frustrated from. At one day, you're gonna get paid a lot of money to do it. And so there's things that I don't want to do. You know, I don't want to have to go through all the telegram and look for you, make sure people are active. I don't want to have to do that stuff. But you know what? I love that the company pays me $30,000 a month, and I could be doing that. I can be doing that same exact work going through someone else's Excel sheet, building up their company for $10, $20 an hour. But I get to get paid $30,000 a month to go through an Excel sheet, to direct people to a product, to trade with our team in the morning, to provide value. I think I like that. And I'll take that any day over working for someone else, telling me what to do, telling me where I can go, when I can go, and only going to pay me $10 an hour. See, folks, what I'm telling you right now, no matter how much you're struggling, how much it hurts, how hard it is, there is nothing harder than working 40 years, 80 years of your life, only realizing that that wasn't the thing that was going to help your family live. And what I'm telling you right now, and what we do and how we're moving and this next level over the next 90 days, just that commitment, everything we talked about, if you just take and make this decision, your life will be dramatically different. See, you could either try to figure out what life is going to look like in the next 40 years and see what happens, or you can determine what your life is going to look like in the next 4 years, in the next 1 year. See, we get to determine our destiny. We get to say how much we make. We get to set what our ceiling is going to be if we even want a ceiling. We get to build our legacy. But we have to make a decision. I'm so grateful and happy that we have well over 100 Chairman 10 and above that are listening on this call. I'm so grateful and happy now that by the IM event in September, that there will be a minimum of 10 Chairman 10 and above attending with us at that event in the Chairman section. I am so grateful and happy now that Legacy Worldwide contributed to a big part of changing economies in the world of people who weren't even given a shot, but now they have a shot. I am so grateful and happy now that we helped 1 million families become financially free and change their family's financial GPS forever and create their legacies too. Folks, I'm happy and grateful that this is about to be done. If you had any thought, any confusion of what you were doing, I hope that this caused you to make a decision to go all in and really get this thing done. Because what I'm telling you is, for one time, one season of your life, you're in the right place at the right time, and you got to just put in the work and the effort. See, right now, within Imarketslive, if we were to look at the top 200 network marketers out of every company in the world, Imarketslive right now is holding 6 positions in the top 150, holding 3 positions in the top 10. And I will tell you, Christopher Terry's vision, straight from his mouth, is I want to not necessarily dominate, but I want to have locked down the top 20 spots of the top earners in the entire industry. Meaning when you look at 1 through 20, they all say company, Imarketslive, company, Imarketslive, company, Imarketslive, company, Imarketslive, company, Imarketslive. That's going to happen. That's not even a question. He set the vision. He made it clear. And I'm with alignment with that. 20 of the top 20 of all of network marketing being in the top earners list. Now, here's the next question. Who will be the 20? Who will be the 100? See, I said the company Imarketslive, that's going to be there. Question is, will your name be under the name section? Right? You know, I'm looking at all the folks that are here. Will that name read Adesui? I'm just going, hopefully I don't butcher your name. Will it read Amani? Will it read Andre? Will it read Andrea? Will it read April Carter? Will it read Mr. Bernard Correa? Will it read Bertha? Will it read Brandy Wright? Will it read Bryce? Will it read Calvin Davis? Will it read Carol? Will it read Chairman Anthony Maturi? Will it read DeJuan? Will it read Mr. G.J. David Hoyt? Will it read David Walker? Will it read Mr. Dwayne Lodge, Mr. L. Jeffrey, Mrs. Ellie Beller, Mr. Eunice? Will it read your name? That's the question. And that is only going to be determined by how much work you are willing to put in today. It's not for everybody. This is not for the weary, and it's not for the weak. It's for the determined and the consistent ones. So if you want that, you want your plate filled up, let me help you fill your plate. Let's go. That's our call for today, folks. That's our recording, and that's it. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to stop this recording, and then we'll go into a question and answer section here. But I'm excited to partner with each and every person on this call and just really go. And just to end this with this quote, this is the book, Think and Grow Rich. So I was talking about some books. Here's some books I want to suggest to you all first. Outliers, okay? Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. A little bit more difficult read. If you haven't been reading a lot, you can read this one after I give you some other books about outliers. Talk about why people become successful, okay? Retire Young, Retire Rich by Robert Kiyosaki, okay? This one, this was a huge reading. Yes, I did read this entire book. Has a lot of readings in it. The Prosperity Bible, you know, has some writings from Napoleon Hill, Benjamin Franklin, James Allen, you know, As a Man Thinketh, that's his book there. Wallace D. Waters, just successful men that millionaires will be billionaires in our time now. That book, we build a network. You are a networker, folks. You know, don't be afraid to say you're a networker. I'm not afraid to say I'm a networker. I'm in network marketing. I treat this like a sport. I'm an athlete, all right? I make a lot of money doing it. I like it. I don't care what anybody else thinks. Someone's talking to you in that thing and you still work, you're not qualified. So just know that. Let's get with the pros and become a network marketing pro. So The Business of the 21st Century by Robert Kiyosaki. Go Pro by Eric Worre. Building an Empire by Brian Carruthers. He's going to talk about a lot of the things I talked about today. Recruiting through, tapping through, how to build an organization, how to create a system. Those things right there. Elevate yourself, folks. Start investing in what you want to become. You say you want to be a professional, act like a professional. You say you want to become a CEO. The average CEO reads at least 12 books a year. If you haven't read one, you're not even close to becoming a CEO yet. So get it done. Develop yourself. I just got this new book here, which I can't wait to read after we get off here. It's called Fake by Robert Kiyosaki. All it's going to do is add to your confidence level, add to your knowledge level. So when you're sitting in front of people, there's nothing they can tell you. There's nothing they can tell you about this economy, about this money, about how to get it, because you know it, because you went through your mentors. It's your time, and it's your time to take it right now. So in the book, Think and Grow Rich, that's another one I recommend. You know, I took these excerpts out of there. I thought they were powerful. You know, definitely screenshot this. But, you know, the most successful people in the world said this. And this is what happens. Oh, in my 6.5 years of being in network marketing, I've been in 6.5 years now. I'm about to hit 7 years in network marketing. Oh, my God. I never thought I'd be at this point. But I'm telling you, man, I heard this over and over again, that you stay in long enough and you stay consistent long enough, you're going to start getting what you want. That flip will come. And I don't care if you had to come over from another company. See, I got confused about where we were really going. It doesn't matter what company you came from, right? It just matters about what was your goal. If your goal is to make $1 million a year, you're going for $1 million a year. It doesn't matter the vehicle is going to get you there. You need a vehicle that's qualified to get you there. Okay? So whatever that goal is, making $1 million a year, $5 million a year, $10 million a year, whatever that is, find the vehicle that's going to get you there. Find the investments that are going to get you there, and then go. Okay? And so you have to be focused on your goal and don't let anything take you off of that. And so what this excerpt says is, one of the most common causes of failure is the habit. Takes 30 days to form a habit. Okay? The habit. Listen to me, folks. This is lifestyle. You know, most likely, if you show me things you got involved with, if you quit everything you've ever joined, you're going to continue to quit everything you ever joined. Listen. So at some point, you got to learn how to finish. Finish the gym workout. Finish your gym goals. Finish your financial goals. Finish the home you want to live in. Finish it. Live in a successful relationship. Finish it. One of the most common causes of failure is the habit of quitting. When one is overtaken by temporary defeat. I can apply this in so many things. I can apply this in relationships. I can apply this in marriages. I can apply this in business. You are going to be overwhelmed. You are going to be overtaken. You're going to feel like when I say overwhelmed, you know that feeling like, oh my God, it's a lot crushing in. No, there's another phase right after that. But less than 5% of people in the world will ever know what it feels like to go just beyond being overtaken by that feeling because they quit. Because our brains are set up to protect us, but sometimes it hurts us. See, how your brain is set up is as soon as there's any type of bad feeling, right? A feeling, anytime there's pain, your mind says, get out of that situation because it's survival of the fittest. It's meant for you to survive with, but sometimes it gives us the wrong signal. And we got to know when to bypass that signal to quit. You got to have a bypass button, right? You're going to be overtaken. You're going to be overwhelmed by temporary defeat. Temporary defeat. Why is it temporary? Because when you get knocked down, you're going to get your butt right up and you're going to go at it a little bit harder. And when you get knocked down again, it's temporary. You're going to get your butt back up again and you're going to go at it again. And when you get knocked down again, you're going to get back up. See, you could only fail if you stay down. It's impossible. I got springs on my back. You know, I got springs on my back. As soon as I get knocked down, I spring right back up. It's just how I'm programmed. As soon as I get knocked back down, I got springs on my back. As soon as I get knocked back down, I spring back up. Because that's the programming. Program yourself to spring back up every time that defeat comes in. Because it's only temporary. See, in this last one here, this is the one that got me. He said more than 500 of the most successful people of America's ever known said their greatest success. Listen, their greatest success. There is movement on the other side of what I'm about to tell you right now. Came just one step beyond the point at which defeat had overtaken them. So what they're saying is, just at that point, I was about to quit. I turn on the bypass button. I said, I ain't gonna listen to you. Nah, I'm gonna take this pain. I'm gonna take this struggle and I'm gonna keep on going. And I'm gonna take one more step. And I'm gonna take one more step. And beyond that point is when they became the most successful. Of these 500 men that were looked at in the book Think and Grow Rich, they will be billionaires of our times. And this is what they said. I don't know, folks. This is proof. You just got to apply the work. And our work is now. So if you want to get this done, let's get it done. Everybody on here are chairmen. You know why? Because you spent the time to just listen to me, just ran on about how to get it done.